For 2 years since the COVID-19 outbreak in 2020, the holy city of Mecca had shut its doors to foreign pilgrims for the annual Hajj pilgrimage. It was only in August last year fully vaccinated foreigners were allowed into the holy cities for Umrah. With the pandemic under control, the Saudi government has decided to allow the Hajj pilgrimage to resume this year. However, the number of pilgrims would be limited to 1 million compared to the usual 3 million. This is to ensure safety protocols could still be observed, especially with the lifting of compulsory wearing of masks in Mecca and Medina. But the pandemic shutdown has caused a major global backlog and much longer waiting period for visas. In Malaysia, the usual waiting period was about 50 years. This is calculated based on Malaysia's annual quota of 30,000 pilgrims and the 2.5 million people on the waiting list. But a recent statement by Tabung Haji, the Malaysian Hajj Pilgrims Fund, indicating a projected waiting period of up to 134 years for new applicants had sparked concerns. Questions are now being asked if those already on the waiting list for many years would be affected as well. But according to several Hajj travel agencies we spoke to, such estimates are just a projection. Those already on the waiting list would not necessarily be badly affected. They say, based on past experience, the waiting list is usually much shorter. Several factors are in play, such as the increase in the annual quota, the dropout rates in the waiting list due to death or illnesses, and availability of special visas upon request. Most Malaysian pilgrims are registered with Tabung Haji, which was set up in 1963 to help pilgrims manage their savings for the pilgrimage to Mecca. It functions almost like a bank, with investments into Sharia-compliant business ventures and sharing profits with account holders. In fact, over the years, Tabung Haji has helped thousands of Malaysians perform the Hajj at subsidized rates. But despite its excellent track record, there's very little it could do to speed up the waiting period, as the number of Hajj quotas are beyond its control. But there's still hope for those who could afford and willing to pay a premium to perform the Hajj without standing in line. But such special Hajj visas offered by private travel agencies are limited and would cost between $10,000 and $30,000. So, for the average Malaysians, it looks like they need to come to terms that their pilgrimage to the Holy Land would take much longer than originally expected. This is Basir Siswo reporting for See Today from Malaysia.